Hello, this is the second video now on the Adobe Premiere Pro CC tutorials. I'm not going to go through all this. We're just going to do new project. I am going to just make sure that the file is where I want it to go to, the path, and it is, and this is on HDV, so we're ready to go. And I just say yes, it already exists because it's untitled, and then I just file to import. Of course, that's the first thing you got to do in Adobe Premiere no matter what. Then browse for a video file or audio file. I'm going to use the same one in the first video. And then, of course, you can't drag it over yet until you right click and new sequence from clip. It brings it over here, or then you can play it up
Hello,
here.
ladies and
And so there's the video, and there's how long it is there. So just for rendering purposes here, I'm going to cut the video a little shorter. So what I can do is just grab this razor tool here by left clicking it, and then anywhere I want to cut the video, say here, then I could go back to the arrow and then right click this part to delete here, clear. Okay, so now the video is shorter for rendering, just so it'll render faster. And but that doesn't matter. You don't have to do that. And then so anyways, then what we're going to do before we're going to export it and render any video, we want to save the project so we have a copy. Now, I'm going to tell you a little secret that's really handy for doing video editing and other programs like this, where when you go to File, first you want to save the project, so you go to Save As, and this will save the project. But when you want to render the video and make it into an MP4 video, then you want to export to media. So we're going to go over both of that. First, we're going to save as, and then I'm going to name the file, and it will go in the path, the directory at the very beginning that you set it to, or you can change it here by going to videos or my documents and browsing for the folder you want. Or you can browse for a folder and then right click, go to new and new folder, and then name the folder. We'll just do test one, and then I can select test one and now name this, and it'll be in test one folder in that directory that I chose. So let's just say test as well for the name, and then save. So now what that's done is that's saved a whole copy of all the layers that potentially could be in the timeline over here. The whole project gets saved. Now I just want you to know that if you delete any files that are in your project here, any files anywhere on the computer that you import into here, and if you delete those, the project will not work because it won't have that file stored on your computer. So don't delete things, just go on top of them and just go to the, keep making more of them. So now once we've saved it, now what I want to do is I want to export the video, because now we have a copy. But like I said, so here we just leave this, we don't touch the match sequences, but here is an AVI output format. We want MP4, that's the most commonly well used. MP4 is actually H.264. You would never know that, and you might try all these different extensions, different ones, until you finally learn that this one is the one you want, H.264, and that's a for sure thing, okay? Because now look, it's an output name of MP.MP4 at the end, so that's an MP4. Now if I now leave this the same, don't do anything there, but then click this, and this is going to be where your output name is. So I named the project test one. So if I type in test at the beginning letters of the name of the project, it'll come up. Um, and then we save, and boom, now it's saved that in test one there. It's going to be called, or sorry, test. There it is, test project. That's the project file. So now if I select that, I can just delete this part and now save it. And then that way the project file is named the same as the video output. That way you know which is which. It's really important that you understand that It might take a while for you to get that, but you will eventually understand that. Then it shows you also the resolution output here, like we went in the other video. And because I shot this in 1920 by 1080p and at 30 frames per second, that will be the output of the video. So now we can use maximum render quality to make it even higher quality, and you don't worry about use the frame blending or use previews, and just leave that checked on. And then we just press export, and now that test one file right there, MP4, will appear on the path that I saved it to. So we'll just double check that and play it really quick so that you can see how it works. So it's about halfway done. It's going to be another 14 seconds. So I'll just browse for the file. I saved it under, what did I save it under? Um, Documents, yeah, and then Adobe Magician, that's right. And then test one, remember I made this folder, and then so I browsed for that folder, and then there's the test, the video. So it should be done downloading now. Now I can just test to make sure it works.
Hello, ladies and
And there
gentlemen.
it
How are
is.
you
It worked.
today? I hope you're doing good.
And that is the basics of how to save your project files and how to export the video. Now, you won't want to export the video until you've done all this video editing on the video, all right? Like the most basic thing is like trimming that I taught you with the razor tool, but there's just one more bonus here. You could also like say you want to cut it right there. You want to cut it there. You can just select this arrow tool and slide it over instead of using the razor tool and cutting it there, then going to that one and then right clicking and deleting. So um, anyways, this was just about saving the project and exporting. So the trimming was a little bonus. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye for now.